Hello, hello, my cybies! Welcome to stream, and why isn't my music playing? Or it's just very quiet anyway. Yes, Wokadora is here in the chat to be smug, because last, what the hell was it? Monday? Saturday? Sunday? I think it was Sunday. I streamed my first look at the game Potionomics that I've been promising to play for a little bit, and it was really fun, and I've been kind of, like, hooked on it ever since, and can't stop playing it. I really want to get through the main campaign so I can unlock, endless mode. And it's really cute and funny, and it has good voice acting, and has really good character designs, and I decided I wanted to draw some of the characters, or at least do studies of them. I'm already having trouble with Helena's face here. I might move on to Quinn. Of course I like the purple characters the most, as is expected of me. And then there's Sylvia, our Herbo, who is the star of the game. But yeah, it's really fun, it's cute, it doesn't take itself too seriously. It has a similar tone to stuff like Delicious in Dungeon and Discworld, where the world is kind of peppy and kind of positive, but also kind of sarcastic, you know? Yeah, so I was thinking of doing some fan art. As I do have a lot of the Spinel stuff done over here, but I figured just watching me do flat colors wouldn't be that interesting today, though I still have this one to ink. I thought I inked it, I remembered things wrong. But I will probably upload both of these sometime this week. Or at least upload something to do with Potionomics sometime this week. No, I had a feeling I would like it too. I was expecting more of a shop game, and it's almost more of a lot of it's on time management, which I don't usually like in games, but it works on this one for me. And, so it's like time management, social links, and like the actual job of selling potions is more like verbal turn-based combat. So it's not like Winkleje or other things of that nature where managing the overall shop and a flow of customers is really the focus. So no, I've been enjoying it quite a bit. I did turn on the voice acting for the later scenes. You can see me play my first impressions of it, as I did that recently. Actually, let me just bring up this Director Tron real quick. Ignore my front page. We're going to my page. Yes, I do like Mint as well. I think I was trying to romance Mint. I'm not drawing her, though, because I like the designs of the other characters. But there it is. So I have it up still. I streamed my first impression blind 3 days ago. I've been playing this game ever fucking since. So go ahead and watch the live stream if you want a good look at how it plays and the tone of it. I only got up to, like, I only did the first week. So you have, like, what is it, 4 weeks, 4 rivals. You have to beat, and there is a progression scale. It gets harder and harder as you go along. Though I trounced fucking Anubia. I fucking trounced her ass. I'm on the last week now. So, and I just really want to unlock endless mode so I can just, like, play it whenever I feel like it. Yeah, I did a home design stream, for last Friday. This Friday we're going to be doing, ordinary sausage. Of course I'm a witch. What do you mean? Of course I am. Anyway, I also gotta see what Kaiser has sent me today. So, oh, here we go. Here we go. This is me going crazy from all of you super chatting me to go ara ara. Or I should say ara ara. I only do the actual ara ara for money. But yeah, so that's my mental state this week, you're right. No, god damn it. God damn it, Kaiser. What? No, you're gonna make me do a stepbrother joke. I hate you. If I would like I would like it to be known that I'm doing this under duress. Even though I just do these for free because Kaiser tells me to. Anyway. Stepbrother, help! There. Happy. Also, thank you for the 5 gifted subs each, Shark Jumping Walrus and Giselle. Thank you for that. Thank you. So, I don't know, maybe I'll work a little on these, too. I might bandy back and forth, depending on what I'm feeling like at the moment, but for right now, I might give up on trying to draw Helena soon and draw Quinn. I'm mostly doing studies right now. I would like to do proper fan art, but I kind of want to get...
A Talking Movie Bubbles B6 sent a super chat. Do you think Jim Henson would be pro-AI?
No, I don't think he would. I mean, was he even pro-CGI? That super chat jump scared me. I was in the middle of, what was I even saying? But yeah, no, yeah, ordinary sausage will be this Friday. Yes, because it was so close in the poll. And then maybe next Wednesday I'll finally do another media react.
sent a super chat. Thanks for the reminder, Kaiser. Ara tax plaza.
God fucking, oh god damn, there's 2 of them!
A Talking Movie Bubbles B6 sent a super chat. Ara tax.
We need to find something else you guys can make me say, but anyway, I guess I have to do it twice now. Okay. Ara mama. And maybe a higher pitched one. I know. Ara. Or should it be lower? Ara mama. Like that. There we go. There you go. So there's your there's your MILF anime voice. So anyway, Doritos dinosaur. I don't even know what you're talking about there. Did somebody die? So yes, I'm having trouble with her face shape. I think I've made her cheekbones a little too sharp. So maybe I'll start over. That was a sketching before stream. But I also kind of wanted to talk about Digital Circus today a little bit, because there is an episode coming out, the 20th. And I didn't actually officially talk about the trailer, because I was kind of, I don't know, it hadn't really sunk into me what's going on yet, but I've been watching a lot of Digital Circus theory videos recently, just, you know, as background noise, because it's a thing to listen to. But, no, I've gotten a little more faith back that Digital Circus is actually going somewhere. And is actually going to, you know, have a conclusive theme in the end. Maybe I made her eyes too close together. Why is your face so hard for me to draw? Hey, Billy Donuts! Welcome.
At Ed Stevens 5542 sent a super chat. What are your thoughts on the Dare Sater love interest?
I've kind of flirted with her a lot, too. I put it on only one romance option, though, because, you know, as a challenge, I guess. I flirted with her a lot, too. It's like I'm between her and Mint right now. I don't think I can kiss the lawyer witch. I don't think even though I immediately started simping over her as soon as she walked in, I don't think I'm allowed to kiss the lawyer witch. You lied to me, Wokadora. So... But most of the named characters in this game you can romance as well. And again, like it's just very cute and fun, and like I said, doesn't take itself very seriously. Very tongue in cheek, very cute. Young Ye is in it as this fruity ass motherfucker. I didn't know it was him at first. I looked it up later because I was looking at voice actors. I was like, damn, the voice acting's really good. I wonder who they got. Let me see if I can find like the character profile of him.
Master Clockwork sent a super chat. We'll mix it up. JoJo style aura. Aura.
I need to do like ora, like that. I don't want his romance. I just want his voice, so we can laugh. Here's a short. Okay, we'll do that. But yeah. I was laughing.
I know how quickly rumors spread in this town. Perhaps you've...
At NeoKaiser0 sent a super chat. Ara tax? No, how about, it's not like I like you or anything, B-Baka.
It's not like I like you or anything, baka. Anyway, yeah, he's like, I don't know if they show how flamboyant he is in this. He pulls out like a fucking rose to smell sometimes. The characters are kind of over animated, but it's part of the charm. It's part of the tone.
I know how quickly rumors spread in this town. Perhaps you've already heard about last night's break-in at the guild hall.
No, I hadn't.
This is a boring cutscene.
Is everyone okay?
All is well. In the end, no one was hurt and nothing was taken. But there is some indication that the intruder was attempting to steal the rare ingredient we've set aside.
I was hoping for like a more fruity one of him, but yeah, he plays this very flamboyant, over-the-top nobleman. And I was just like, I had to send like a message to my friend. I was like, it's your boy Young Ye in this game, playing this fruity ass motherfucker. It's great.
A Talking Movie Bubbles B6 sent a super chat. Do you think a TADC spin-off show would work with Jim Henson puppets? I mean, they did a good job with the puppets from the 1990 TMNT movie, so...
I mean, if you want, I almost said the title. If you want Digital Circus with puppets, just go watch Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. To be honest.
At Hikaru9624 sent a super chat, just about to set off now. Also World Otakside.
Zavildo! At least I know that one.
At I_talk_stuff sent a super chat. I got a commission of my Hidan design.
Nice, awesome. Oh yeah. I think you said that when I was playing Miss Jasmine. It was you or somebody else that Ruka from Utena died and got isekai'd into this world. which is great. So, yeah, but I was talking about, TADC, which I was kind of down on when I did my first episode discussion stream of it. And since the episode comes out on the 20th, which is a Friday, I will be doing a Saturday episode discussion stream on the 21st. So we can look forward to that. I'll also be doing episode discussion streams on The Boys when that starts airing again. Because I like that show a lot. And I just hope it ends well. But we might just watch the Digital Circus episode 8 trailer. Because, I've seen a few theories, and after the whole Chinese room thing, I think there is a lot more, like, subtle Easter eggs like that in this show that I didn't notice, that I've been hearing about. But the fact that we've got a Truman Show reference here on the thumbnail, but it's Kane in the place of Truman, rather than any of the humans, and it's like, what does that mean? You know? Surely he's not trying to escape the circus. He barely understands there's a world outside of it. So, that's an interesting choice, isn't it? Well, let's just watch the trailer real quick, and I'll talk about my feelings on it now that I've, learned some things from theories. I'll read this part out loud, though. The lover without a heart. The lover had always wanted friends, but he didn't know how to get anyone to love him back. The harder he tried to impress the people with his magic, the more he would drive them away. This is the story of a little AI who ruined everything.
Surely they don't want to actually leave me, right? I can solve any problem. I can solve this one. That's what this is. A big puzzle that I need to solve. Let's get this show on the road!
Yes! Indeed. A lot was fucking going on there. Where's a shot of him looking all fucked up? I'll leave it on that. These shots go by too fucking fast. Actually, I'll leave it on that one. There we go. Perfect.
At I_talk_stuff sent a super chat. Today's adventure is Camp Half-Blood Conundrum.
So, well, yeah, Rebecca, that is a theory some people have, that Kane is actually a human mind as well. I'm pretty at this point, I'm like on board with Soma theory, which is the theory that everyone in the circus is a brain scan of a human being, and there is no escaping the circus, which I had thought of being a possibility from the start, because Soma's one of my favorite games of all time. Yeah, plot twist, Pomni is one of the main characters. We all thought Goose had cracked the code and found a way to exist as a woman showrunner without getting shat on, and alas, even Goose's goose was cooked, because fucking she said Jax and Pomni are the main characters, which, yeah. How was that not evident? Though I understand the actual criticism some people have, that it did seem like Ragatha, Jax, and Pomni were gonna be a trio, and obviously, Ragatha and Jax complement each other, and are kinda like two sides of the same coin, pushing Pomni in different directions. So I get that criticism, but to, like, fucking harass her because she said, yeah, these two characters who are the ones on most of the marketing or the main characters is just... Oh, that's right. Did he upload that today? Brandon Rogers is uploading something called The Amazing Disabled Circus, and it's like, Brandon, no! But of course, it's Brandon, yes. Always Brandon, yes. I don't know if he uploaded it yet. I think it got delayed. Let's find out. If not, maybe we will watch it? Oh no, he's saying it's gonna be out Friday. Yeah, it's gonna be out Friday. So, yeah, The Amazing Disabled Circus.
@I_talk_stuff sent a super chat. I need chubby Rivet fan art, it would be cute.
That should have stayed an inside thought. Yeah, we might be finding out about Ribbit in this new episode, though, because I agree with a lot of people that this is gonna be like a flashback episode.
Me?
Come on, was it the shot before? Hang on, let me just turn it down.
Leave me.
Ah, no! Damn it, these shots are so fucking quick! So that's clearly Ribbit's shadow over there. It's Ribbit and Cosmo right here. This looks like the adventure where they had their hot chocolate in the snow world. The one Jax was looking at a picture of. So, yeah. But obviously, yeah, Kane is gonna crash out. Some people have a theory that Kane is also a human. I'm not entirely sure about that. Though, calling him the lover without a heart is, like, perfect. So a lot of people have made that observation that, yeah, he's the am analog in the I have no mouth inspiration, but instead of hating humans, he loves them. Like, I think someone's even done, like, I think even the voice actor maybe did the parody of, like, let me tell you how much I've come to love you. Actually, Kane, love, am speech. Let me see if I can find it. I know it's... Yeah, maybe the actual VA did do it. Here we go.
Hey, let me tell you how much I've come to hate you. Since
Now, that's the hate monologue. I swear someone's done a love one, though. Oh, I can't fucking find it. I swear someone's done a, let me tell you how much I've come to love you. And it's, like, just as disturbing, you know? But, yeah, like, he's programmed to want the approval of humans. He doesn't understand them. Also, my cat just opened the door. Hang on. Hi, Finn. He knows how to pop open every door in the house. But yeah, so thematically, a lot of people were pointing out too, like, just because Goose said one of the themes she wants people to take away from TADC is that you can still find meaning in a stagnant life, doesn't mean that's the only theme of the series. I mean, obviously it's one of them. Whether that relates to Kane or the circus members. Because Kane would have been living a stagnant life by himself in this game, wouldn't he? And also, I have thought back to, Kinger in that one episode where, they were in the Haunted Mansion and he's talking to Pomni in the dark. And he says, the worst thing you can do here is make someone feel like they aren't loved or wanted. And it's like... this whole time I have been thinking of, well, isn't that what they're doing to Kane? Right? They make him feel unloved and unwanted all the time. Isn't that what they're doing to him? So, I'm not saying that's gonna be a twist, like, oh, they were the assholes all along, poor Kane, though I'm sure that's how he sees it. But I think that's going to be important. Another thing is, his relationship with Bubble is very also, what the is that like the Eiffel Tower and the hang on a second. Are you guys seeing this too? Is that the Eiffel Tower and the reflection of a mug? Is that like Paris and the reflection of the mug? Am I seeing things? Also, I don't know why Cryo's super chat isn't playing. I might have to refresh the thing, but... yeah. That's weird. That looks like fucking the Eiffel Tower in Paris there. I don't know why! Come on, play the super chat! Well, Cryo says, I'm keeping my expectations neutral. Now a part of me is feeling it's a bit of I have no mouth on my screen, or that they're actually watching themselves from a third-person perspective. Maybe? Yeah, that, well, because...
At NeoKaiser0 sent a super chat. Ara tax? No, tax for oofufu.
It was like... like that. Could be Tokyo Tower too, you're right. But yeah, I just noticed that just now. I've watched so many videos of people like going over this trailer. And I'm sorry I cucked you there, Cryo. I don't know why the fuck. Yeah, well, people say that Pomni's the only one who has no analog with I have no mouth characters, so I don't know, it's gonna be strange. But there's another thing about Bubble that I watched a pretty good video on recently. Where's the part where he's popping all the bubbles? Obviously, him and Bubble are hanging out in Kane's office at one point, and he's popping like dozens of bubbles floating around him. Like, we see this overhead shot of them hanging out in the office. And then eventually he's, like, popping, like, 20 bubbles.
Surely they don't want to actually leave me, right? I can solve any problem. I can solve this one. That's what this
No, you
is.
can't, honey.
Puzzle that I...
There we go. All these bubbles, multiple bubbles. And Bubble always seems to be a thorn in his side. And he can't, even though he can delete other NPCs, he can't get rid of Bubble for whatever reason. Now, I've seen one theory that says Bubble is his thought bubble. It's how he really feels inside.
At Miss Jasmine305 sent a super chat. Ara tax? No. Thumbs down emoji. Oju-sama laugh tax.
Alright,
Thumbs up emoji.
There we go. I'm doing all the anime memes today. But yeah, it'd be funny if Bubble would be the main villain because he's voiced by Gooseworks. Gooseworks is obviously the main villain of Digital Circus. But no, so beside him being Kane's thought bubble, I saw another interesting thing that he's based off the Bubble Boy, virus. Because when Gooseworks was asked what gender Bubble is, she specifically said, a boy. He's a boy. And there was a very infamous virus called the Bubble Boy virus. And, like, it could infect your computer if you just opened the email and it put itself in, like, your root. So every time your computer restarted, the Bubble Boy virus came back. So every time he pops Bubble, Bubble comes back. So, yeah, is Bubble a virus? Is Bubble the main villain? A lot of people pointed out, too, that Kane is obviously not the one entirely in control of the circus. He feels like he's putting on a show for somebody. Could it be the humans in the circus, or is it something else that he thinks is watching him? You know, like... It's questionable, you know? So, this is, like, I think theorizing on what the themes are gonna be for Digital Circus is more conducive than, more conducive to, like, figuring out the show than trying to guess, like, oh, are they all in stasis pods, and who were they in real life? Because I don't think any of that's ever gonna matter. I still maintain I don't think we're ever gonna see the real world in this show, and you shouldn't expect to. So, that's my thoughts on it. So I'm actually pretty excited about the new episode coming up and doing an episode discussion about it now.
At NeoKaiser0 sent a super chat. Alright, Sai. It's tax time for kawaii.
Alright, I gotta really do this cursed. Honto kawaii! There you go. Could have gone higher, maybe. I don't know. Fourth wall break? Don't know. So... It was, there's a couple of shots of people's hands in here, too. Yeah, like Ragatha and then Jax. I think in succession. I think we're gonna see their first time coming to the circus. I think that's what we're gonna see. At least for these two. And what's that portal as well? Some people are thinking he's gonna, like, this is gonna be like a your past memories adventure or something. I don't know. So I'm just now I'm getting excited. Now I'm getting excited, you know? Because at first I was like, oh, I rewatched the show and I'm kind of down on it, and I'm afraid it's not going anywhere significant, and now I'm reinvigorated. Because with the Chinese room reference, I think the Bubble Boy thing might be true. You know, there is a lot of, like, computing,
At
jokes and Easter eggs.
_stuff sent a super chat. I headcanon Rivik as chubby as a human because I can, plus people headcanon Pomni and Dragatha as chubby, so it just makes sense.
Okay. I mean, you do you. But anyway, but again, I don't think we're ever gonna see their human forms. I don't think they even have human forms. I think they're brain scans of people. And there's another theory that Kane is using the abstracted humans to upgrade his AI. So, is he deliberately making them abstract for that? I don't know. Probably not. Maybe, though. Would he know the difference between that being good or bad? He is an AI. Maybe it's like... I was thinking about this, too. Like, I have this really weird idea. Because Kinger, I think at some point, was talking about mental fortitude or something. You'd think Kinger would be the last person who's mental fortitude, but what if Kinger's insanity is protecting him from being abstracted? You know? Like, maybe Kane tried to abstract him and couldn't, so he's just insane now. You know? I think TADC would pull a Max Headroom reference. I'm surprised they haven't already, actually. So, the cake was a lie because it was pie. I think he did offer them angel food cake at some point, didn't he? So, yeah. So, I think, yeah, I'm getting a little more confident in it ending well, and Goose saying that, you know, the ending is gonna recontextualize everything. I'm starting to believe that now. So, I don't know. I still think some of the dialogue is a little obnoxious. I will say, there's been times, especially when I was rewatching the show, I was like, okay, you could have just cut that extra line of dialogue, and the joke would have landed better, you know, but besides that, besides some Marvel-itis in the dialogue, and some just annoying therapy talk, I think, overall, it's pretty well written. Too young to understand who's Max Headroom? Don't even worry about it. Actually, no, what the fuck? I'll show you guys what Max Headroom is.
At NeoKaiser0 sent a super chat. Curse tax time. Oni-chan.
Oni-chan! There you go. I'm not doing it any sort of weird way. Some of the best Max Headroom quotes from 12 years ago. That's not the real Max Headroom. This was somebody hijacked a TV broadcast with a Max Headroom mask on. So Max Headroom was this show in the late 80s. And this is how they were imagining, like, an AI at the time. Let me switch songs, because this might be too much. But, yeah, this is how the 80s imagined, like, an AI computer persona would act and be like. And, fun fact, this was created by the same people who directed the Mario Brothers 93 movie. So, yeah, Garbo just said the same.
Good. This is This
is what we thought was going on inside computers back then. It's just like watching like fucking hackers with a Z today, you know? He was always lagging, of course.
Remember Boy George? Well, oh, me neither. Hey, how you doing? Come on.
Oh, that's relevant today.
Oh, no, I'll get it. Next day I say, hi. I give him a smile and he cuts me dead. I don't know where I am with the guy.
Hey, who are you talking to?
What?
Are you cracking up?
Actually, I'm surprised they didn't just make a digital... Just a reference to this in Digital Circus. No, it's not lagging. He lags because he's a computer man.
Just denied rumors that the world's waters are being polluted by nuclear waste. They say that the police...
No, this was an actual show in the 80s, you guys. This was a real show.
...is being caused not by them, but by all the dead fish we have today in the sea.
Okay.
Max! What I want to know is, why are the only funny lines on this show the ones behind me?
I think there was more to the show than just
People can be
this,
really
but...
nasty. Only the other day I heard someone say, he's nothing but a robot, covered in makeup. Talks a lot of nonsense. What a way to talk about the President of America.
Yeah, I played Potionomics and really liked it, and now I'm drawing some of the characters.
Just chatting away to Harry back there.
I really like the Lawyer Witch. I don't know if this would be dadaism per se. I will say this is very 80s, you guys. But this is what the 80s thought computer AI would be like.
An Irishman, an Irishman, an Irishman, an Irishman, an Irishman, and a Scotsman, and a Frenchman, and an American, and a German.
Right.
And I think an Australian as well.
What are we talking about?
Okay, so there was this little Englishman, Irishman, Scotsman, an American, and a German, and possibly an Australian, and I think they were in a bar. No, isn't that stupid? I've forgotten it.
Yep, the creators of the Mario 93 movie made this, guys. I wonder if do we have like an opening theme or something? I forgot if it had an opening. Okay, yeah, here's the actual show opening. This was a real thing, you guys. Oh, 80s synth. Oh. Tells you a whole lot about. There were other people, but Max Headroom is the only thing people remember from it. Or even any of these people. So yeah, this was an actual fucking show. I can't tell you a single thing about it. I don't remember, but... This music's making you grow a mullet, yeah. Suddenly you feel like wearing a mullet and pink leg warmers and a denim jacket.
At Scoony the 2 Indie sent a super chat. Hey, sigh. Been suffering from an ulcer for the past few days and just woke up.
Oof.
What have I missed today?
Not much, we're just yapping today. We're just
At
yapping.
Salsamus sent a super chat. Mario 93 is goated. John Leguizamo is best Luigi.
I don't know, I really like Charlie Day as Luigi in the Illumination movie. He oddly fit very well.
At Belonic111 sent a super chat. I've seen a thumbnail where someone reacts to TADC with the words "This is kids show." Oh brother, no it's not.
It isn't, but also, there's nothing inappropriate in it for children either. When I was like fucking 12, I probably would have been watching Digital
At
Circus.
Super Easy Walker sent a super chat. Playing Potionomics since yesterday and I'm going to commit heteronormativity.
Uh-oh, who are you romancing? But yes, I have been absolutely fucking hooked on Potionomics, and it is a good game, and I highly recommend it. It's just really fun and cute and funny, and has good voice acting and a fun fantasy world and goofy, quirky characters, and it's good shit. It's good shit. And the gameplay loop's really fun. There's so many tiny little systems that can really give you emergent gameplay and change how things play out. One of the reasons why I haven't really been eager to stream it again, and probably won't, is because, like, it does get harder as it goes on, and I've had to, like, restart the week a few times, or go back to old saves, and I don't think that's very interesting for a stream, but I've been having a really good time with it.
At Plasmamu sent a super chat. I feel bad that I'm like one of the few people that actually like the Super Mario film. It was around the time when my brother had the SNES.
I don't know. I mean, I saw it in theaters when I was like 9, cryo, so it was not what a little kid was expecting. I know a lot of people appreciate it now as like this sort of grungy, this sort of grungy 80s cyberpunk movie, which on that level, sure. But I mean, Bob Hoskins said it was one of the worst sets he had ever been on, and Bob Hoskins was like such a sweet guy, and those people drove him crazy.
At Miss Jasmine 305 sent a super chat. Time for a classic. Oh my a Washington root hacks.
Oh, how did you pronounce that, Ivy? Omaewa Shinderu. There we go. Good thing I'm a weeb.
At NeoKaiser0 sent a super chat. Let's try this tax. Edema.
Edema? Edema! I don't know. What is that even a reference to? I don't watch JoJo's. Really? They were showing the Mario movie on Cartoon Network? That's pretty cool. But yeah, we were talking about Digital Circus, so I do think this is going to be a flashback episode some way, somehow. I don't know in what way. It's probably going to be some crazy fucking twist. Oh, it's Ativa! That's what it is. Idiot. Anyway. Kaiser's always assuming I know what the fuck he's talking about when he gets things wrong. But unfortunately, you can't kiss the lawyer witch in Potionomics, and that's very homophobic of them. At least I don't think so. Is it Edema? I thought it was Ativa. Whatever. Fuck you. Edema! There. Bob Hoskins snuck out of the premiere of the Mario movie. I don't blame him. I did like him as Mario, though. I did. At least as a little kid, I did. And that's back when Mario was from Brooklyn, and he's from Brooklyn now again, so fuck you. I am looking forward to the second movie, I will say. I did appreciate the first one, except for the fucking 80s music over the beautiful orchestral soundtrack. Poured coffee down one of the Goombas. Yeah, Bob and John Leguizamo were shit-faced for a lot of that movie. They were!
At Super Easy Walker sent a super chat. Tax.
Con! This is our new thing. I'm an NPC streamer now, guys. But it has Beastie Boys. Look, I like the Beastie Boys, but I would have preferred they had just stuck with the orchestra. I have the fucking soundtrack for the movie, and it's beautiful. It's like, it's scored to the action on scene. It rambles through a bunch of classic Mario music. It's gorgeous. And, like, they fucking, like, just overrode it with, like, a bunch of licensed songs. And it sucks. You should have just kept it as is. They almost replaced the Starman music at the end, too, with another pop song, which I'm so fucking glad they didn't. That's, like, one of the best tracks in the movie. It'll instantly put you in a good mood. Yeah, I've seen people do that, where they arduously replace the score with what was written for the scene. I just really hope they learn that lesson for the next one, and just keep it all, like, within its own world. You know, it's just fucking cheesy to do that shit. I mean, I guess it could have been much worse. It could have been, like, they could have done, like, half live action, half animated, like the fucking Sonic movies.
Sent a super chat. Cy Dennis Hopper played Lizard Man. It's goated.
I'm sure he was also very drunk during that movie, but yeah. I know people ironically like the Mario movie now, the original. But no, is that the second time they've used No Sleep Till Brooklyn? Now, I didn't have any faith in Illumination to make a good movie until I saw the first trailer. And I do think it's Nintendo reining them in that made it good. It could have been absolute dog shit otherwise. Because Nintendo is the Disney of video games in both good and bad ways. I swear they have not been the same since Iwata died. He was like a really good president, and now they've become way more corporate cutthroat bullshit. Though they are suing the United States right now, which is kind of funny. They're shooting the United States over the tariffs. As is their right, I suppose. So, the honest trailer for the... maybe next time I do honest trailers, we can do that. Though my honest trailer streams have been mostly about how they kind of suck. That's the last time I did them. I was like, oh, I watched their Mystery Men one and it was awful. Let's see if any of their other ones are this bad. And it turned out they were all that bad. All of them. They've always been bad. And I was like, really? Have they always been this bad? That's like the third time it's happened to me, where I've gone into something saying, I'm gonna fairly assess the quality of this thing. And then, like, we watch 2 videos and it's like, oh, they've always been bad. Okay, yeah, they've always sucked. Alright. Alright, so I haven't gotten her face quite right. I don't like it. But, maybe we'll move on to Quinn. Yeah, Nintendo's gotten, I don't know. And they're not really the industry leaders anymore. Like, they kind of fucked themselves with the Wii in the long run, to be honest. Honest trailers, more like honest failures. I mean, yeah, though. Seriously, some of their fucking honest trailers are just god-awful. It's clear, like, the people writing it didn't even watch the goddamn movie. You know? They just needed a video for that week.
Atlas7305 sent a super chat. Deadpan. He is tuxedo masked. I don't believe it. Tack.
He has tuxedo mask. I don't believe it. Yeah, I know exactly what you're referring to. The fucking old Sailor Moon dub. I guess we don't need TADC on the screen anymore. Yeah. No, yeah, we did the K-pop Demon Hunters one, the last time we've only done a one, like, full Honest Trailers stream so far. Have enough material to do another, though. Where was it? It was a while ago, yeah. There we go. So, I did Honest Trailers a month ago, if you want to watch me yelling at how bad they are. I don't think we ran into one funny joke at all. And they were very samey, you know? I don't know. It was kind of disappointing. So it was like them, extra credits, and carton arcs. I went into it saying, oh, they've fallen off, and let's see what they used to be like. And then we watch what they used to be like, and it's like, oh, they've always sucked. Okay. Yeah. It's like, why do I even try? Why do I even try to be objective?
At Plasmamu sent a super chat. I mean, I do remember Nintendo had to push away from a Broadway-style musical because Illumination was planning to make the first film a musical.
I mean, I think it could have worked, but yeah, I don't know. Probably better that they didn't. No, Yahtzee didn't always suck. He doesn't suck now. Fuck you. I haven't watched Yahtzee in a while, though. Does she have some kind of... I'm trying to see if she has some kind of collar on her boob window, but I don't think she does. There's a button there, though. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how the fuck her jacket works. Oh, Cinema Sins has never been good. What are you talking? They've always been bad. It's just go to Screen Rant. They're funny.
At Talking Movie Bubbles B6 sent a super chat. Fozzie from the Muppets has a film directing career. Frank Oz deserves more work.
Yeah, a lot of people deserve more work who don't get it, because Hollywood is interested in just trotting out the same people and remaking the same things and just regurgitating onto us and expecting us to eat it up, and I guess some people still do, but the diminishing returns are starting to hit them, and they can't figure out why everything is failing. But hey, Paramount bought Warner Brothers. I'm sure they're gonna do a lot of good stuff with it after, like, bankrupting themselves to beat Netflix out of buying them. Now, the second Mario game is a dream. The third one opens like a stage play. Mario games don't really have a continuity. You can't really try to put any sort of continuity on them. It's just not that kind of thing. Mario is pure whimsy and kindergarten logic. That's why it's fun. Yeah, the next movie's like a mix of... Jesus, it's like a mix of Mario Galaxy. There's a little Paper Mario in there. It's like kind of the first one, though. They're kind of combining a few games together. Of course, why did we get Rosalina before Daisy, though? What the fuck is that bullshit? How did we get Rosalina before Daisy? My girl Daisy gets no respect. I suppose that's what happens when she's only been in one game and they've only brought her back for, like, to be, like, part of the tennis roster and they don't do anything else with her. You know? It sucks. Well, Iron Lung definitely is proof that, you can get a movie into theaters without having to go through the Hollywood system, which is great. I can't wait for that to come out on digital. I have a couple of friends who didn't get a chance to see it, so we're all gonna watch it together. Iron Lung was really good. And I think, yeah, it is infuriating some of the system out there that he just put a movie in theaters and said, fuck you, I'm just gonna make this movie with my own money and put it out in theaters, and it's like, and it worked. And now they're trying to figure out, he says, like, a lot of what people ask him is, like, well, how did you do it? How did you do this? You know, and it's like, well, I just, you know, made a movie. You know, so really, Hollywood they don't care about him. They just want to know, how did you manage to make some money on such a small budget? And we can, oh man, yeah, why don't we have a Peach and Daisy game? Like, you know, come on now. Do something with Daisy. Make her an actual fucking character. Maybe if she is in one of the movies, because they're obviously gonna make more than 2 movies. You know, obviously. Yeah, maybe Daisy will show up and they've been hiding her in the trailer and they just led with Rosalina. I hope so. I really hope so. And I hope, fucking Daisy has, like, the same energy as, like, Lottie from, Princess and the Frog. That's the kind of, like, that's the kind of energy I want to see her with. Alright, I've done my best, Helene. I'll probably have to fix her face if I do try to upload fan art of her. Super Princess Sisters! Hell yeah, they're not sisters, but how about just super princesses? Yeah, Peach and Daisy game that isn't tennis or Mario Kart. I swear. Jenna Ortega is Daisy. Like, voice acting or face acting? Face acting, yes, but I think voice acting you get somebody kind of better. But that's just me.
A Talking Movie Bubbles B6 sent a super chat. Any good Yuri anime recommendations?
Not really. You know, Japan's still pretty homophobic culture. And a lot of Yuri is just made for men. No, I don't think I'm gonna play Nights on April 1st. I'm gonna try to at least do another April Fool's prank video of some variety. I have a couple of ideas. Let's try to draw Quinn. Like, I like Quinn's... I like their in-game model better than the character art, to be honest. The face is more plump, more of a pug nose. I don't know, I like that more. I did watch the recent Hell of a Boss short. It's extremely funny. It's extremely funny, and you should watch it too. It's just a complete and utter shitpost. Though most of the shorts are shitpost, and yet the hatedom manages to take it seriously anyway. You know, like, I never understood why everyone took the short where they kill Ned Flanders that seriously. They're like, oh no, this is so tragic, Luna could have made a friend, and it's like, are you stupid? Like, the whole joke was how, like, unrealistically, absurdly selfless and good the guy is. You know, that was the whole fucking joke. Oh yeah, Tom Kenny was in the recent Hell of a Boss short. And I saw a bunch of people fucking online doing the same fucking shit saying, well, they're not indie anymore. And it's like, indie doesn't mean has no money. Indie doesn't mean doesn't have SAG actors. People have got to learn what the fuck independent actually means. No, Spindle Horse is still an independent studio, so is A24. Amazon is just a distributor. They still have the rights to their shows and characters. And they hire animators and do the merch themselves. It's like... I don't know. People are really fucking stupid. And it's like, why do you want, like, indie people to, like, just have no funds? Well, why is it that you're such a shill for corporations That you want indie people to have no money. And you only think things are legitimate if they go through a corporation. That's what I want to know. And it's always these people who think they're anti-capitalist. They're always talking about, oh, how they're such communists and stuff, and they're always, like, shilling for big corporations without even realizing it. And it's like, are you kidding me? The guy who made the Book of Life was in a hell of a short. I mean, yeah, a lot of people are. I mean, that's the other thing, too, about, like, the voice acting community and stuff. Like, it's pretty fucking small.
At NeoKaiser0 sent a super chat. Let's try this real attacks. Beat a Chinoa ni GHTS.
Beat a Nachoa nuts. I don't think that's what he says, but... a lot of people think he says, there is no nights. Yeah, oh, yeah, nobody has said that TADC being on Netflix is selling out, of course. Nobody says that, or that they're not indie.
Talking Movie Bubbles B6 and sent a super chat. I got Steve from Blue's Clues vibes from that guy.
Oh, yeah? But, like, I don't know, like, the double standards when it comes to Vivian Madrano in particular. Like, people are always like, oh, Shaw, you're such a Vivzy stan. It's like, no, I'm just doing the bare minimum of, like, calling out bullshit when I see it. You clearly have a double standard against this woman, you know? It's like, I don't know. Yeah, Tom Kenny has been in so many fucking things, man. And yeah, obviously, they have SAG actors in the show. So it's not a non-SAG production. If these people even know what the fuck SAG is, you know? Because again, that's the other thing about these people that opine so much about the show and how they think it works. They don't understand the industry or they don't understand how the shows are produced. It's like, I cut it out of the edit. It was like Radhika saying, oh, they have to do this and that before, the show has a chance of being cancelled. And it's like, Radhika, how the fuck would Hell of a Boss be cancelled? Spindlehorse puts it out completely independently. They get money from it, they get money from merch, they get money from Hazbin Hotel being on fucking, Amazon. In what universe would this show get fucking cancelled? You know, it's like, I don't get it. I might have to do another Has-Been Hate-Dem stream next week.
FSL sent a super chat. The only true artist must starve and get recognized and applauded when they're passed on. You know, so it can be used without the creator.
Of course, yeah, that's why everyone loves art, but they sure hate artists and don't like us to be able to live.
At the Master Clockwork sent a super chat. Dumbasses think Tom will lose his job as SpongeBob.
What? Were people actually saying that? That is so funny. Like, you think he's gonna lose his job as SpongeBob because he was voice acted in a short for an adult cartoon? Tom Kenny has been in adult cartoons! Go fucking watch Mission Hill! That was before SpongeBob! But yeah, like, they think because he voices, like, in a children's show, he, like, isn't an actual, like, adult who, like, can do adult things and be in adult things. I don't know. Again, I don't get how these people think voice actors work, either. Because they're always like, oh, save poor Keith David from this show.
A Talking Movie Bubbles B6 and sent a super chat. You suck on Visipop if she gives you consent.
I would imagine that most people, should give consent for that, but, like, no, but seriously, like, they're like, oh, save Keith David from this show, and it's like, you know he auditioned, right? You know actors audition for things? And then agree to be in them? For a fee? You know, that's how that works? If somebody is in something, do they think, like, voice actors are just kept at a warehouse? And are just, like, shipped out to a show to be on? You know? Trying to figure out what position I want to draw them in. Or them in, rather. I want to have Quinn be like, I'm powdering my orb, bro. Powdering my orb. Yeah, I actually, SpongeBob should have ended like 10 fucking years ago anyway. Like, dragging out shows this long is crazy. Simpsons especially, like, have you heard Marge's voice recently? Like, let this poor woman fucking retire. She could barely speak anymore. Like, what are they gonna do when one of the main actors dies? Do they have a contingency for that? Yeah.
At NeoKaiser0 sent a super chat. In the code. Puffy from Knights was supposed to say during battle, Momir Tohorud Kuryut. Tax.
How do you expect me to pronounce that? I don't know. I'm sure it's some kind of English or something. I don't know. Pearl voiced in a Metal Gear Solid game and had to go under false name so she could voice in SpongeBob. Well, Pearl's also a minor character in SpongeBob. The whale, not Pearl Steven Universe. The whale Pearl. Mr. Krabs' daughter. But again, that might have been SAG rules. Sometimes, because of, like, SAG rules, people will go under pseudonyms and be credited under a different name. With Team 4-Star, they're not a SAG production, but they've had Chris Sabat, you know, who is the voice director for the Dragon Ball dub and does Piccolo and Vegeta and Krillin, I think, just like Lanny does. They've had him voice act in their parodies, but because of SAG rules, he can't be credited under his registered name under the Screen Actors Guild, so they just credit him as DJ Sexadillionaire. So that's why sometimes people go under different names for different roles. So it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. So, but yeah. Well, they definitely, right after Steven Hillenburg died, they started doing all the stuff with the show he said that he didn't want them to do. DJ Sexadillionaire. That's what they credit Chris Sabat as in Team 4-Star's videos. It's great. Chris tried to sneak them into the official dub too, doing the actors reenacting the Cell games where everyone thinks Mr. Satan won. He had the Team 4-Star guys doing that, being the actors, but Toei was very mad and they had to replace them. So, oh well. It was funny as fuck though. Don Schemmel hates DBZA, yeah, well, who cares what he thinks?
At Rock Josiah sent a super chat. You ended up romancing anyone yet? Just got here.
No, I've spent most of my time in the game, like, grinding out.
At the Master Clockwork sent a super chat. SAO fan? If not, never mind. If yes, new game.
I do not like SAO. But, no, I've been flirting a lot with Mint and Saffron in Potionomics, so, but I've been more like getting ingredients and upgrading my shit so I can win the game than worrying about romance. So we'll see how it goes when I have endless mode on. But no, I do not like SAO. SAO is terrible, and I've watched the first 2 seasons, so I'm allowed to say that. These are short work, Quinn. God damn it. Garbage witch. No, like, they literally eat garbage to do their divination. It's funny. But no, I like SAO Abridged. It actually makes that a good fucking show, which is great. I don't know. SAO is just a harem anime. It, like, takes place in a fantasy world that's also a video game, but, like, it's not even a good video game. Like, the rules make no fucking sense. The Gale Gun... You like the Gale Gun saga just because it's so stupid? I don't blame you. It is pretty stupid. It, like, the twist... The twist of how people are dying in real life if they die in the game is so fucking dumb. But it's also kind of great. Yeah, there are people who unironically like SAO. I don't understand them. But, like, I mean, the concept was interesting. I like .hack sign. So it's not like I'm unfamiliar with the kind of concept of people trapped in a video game. But, like, it's just a fucking harem anime. It's just a Mary Sue main character boy, and it's a harem anime, and, like, where they could have been doing something interesting, we have the characters just, like, LARPing as husband and wife in the woods for, like, 8 fucking episodes with their stupid fairy AI, and it's, I don't know, it's just bad, it's just bad. It's just bad. And then, wasn't there, like, is it the Gale one, or is it the second, that's not the second, it's like, is it the 3rd or 4th season where, like, there's a girl who was, like, just hooked up to the internet, like, mind thing 24/7 because she's dying of AIDS? Like, of all the diseases you could have picked, you had to make it AIDS. Like, maybe that's not as funny in Japanese, but in English it sounds ridiculous. It's like, oh yeah, she's one of our test subjects who's hooked up to the internet via a VR headset 24/7 because she's in the hospital dying of AIDS. Please. Please. Why didn't you just make it cancer? Please. The lane is actually good. Yeah, especially in the 2nd season where, like, Asuna's just there to be fan service. It's awful. It's fucking awful. And thank you for 5 more gifted subs, Shark Jumping Walrus. If you get hit by the gifted sub fairy today, you can go to Discord and go to Connections and connect your YouTube account to your Discord account. And it should put you right in the Discord. So, you know, their leg would have to be more like this if I'm gonna have them on their broomstick. I don't know what I'm gonna have them sitting on, but I just want to be like, I'm pondering my orb, bro. These are mostly studies right now. I might do completely different sketches anyway, but let's say it was a CW drama turned into an anime. I mean, you're not wrong. It's like how Woka ruined my day the other day, showing me that they're making a live-action Samurai Champloo, and I hate that. I really hate that. I hate that a whole lot. Why is one question I have. Also, are they gonna hire, like, actual Japanese people since it takes place in the Edo period in Japan? Let's see what they do with that. Yeah, Samurai Champloo is, like, product of its time. You can't remake that for one thing.
Attended 868 sent a super chat. Sal Abridged is the superior version of Sal. The characters actually have character, the jokes actually land, and the video game rules make more sense.
Yeah, they made everything make more sense. That's the funny part. They actually put in the effort to, like, make it a good show. It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh, I know there's a light novel, too. Yeah. So the anime is even more sexist than the harem light novel was. That's cool. That's great. That's great. Yeah, right. You guys are right. They're gonna do diverse casting, even though it takes place in the Edo fucking period of Japan. I bet you fucking anything. Why would I be buying clothes at the soup store? Kaiser, come on. You're way more of a string bean. I gotta make you even skinnier there, Quinn. You're a string bean. Fucking trash witch.
A Talking Movie Bubbles B6 sent a super chat. Henson and Hillenberg have one thing in common. They both died in their 50s in their creative fields.
Well, at least Henson's legacy hasn't been completely, like, fucking bulldozed by the people who own the IP, which I guess would be Disney now owns Muppets. But, yeah, so... But, yeah, as soon as he fucking died, Nickelodeon started going, well, we're gonna start doing spin-offs! Because he's not here to tell us no anymore. And it's like, great, that's just great, that's cool, that's cool. I'm not even saying modern SpongeBob is, like, necessarily bad. I mean, I haven't actually seen it, but, like, some shows gotta end sometime. You know? That's like when, like, fucking Steven Universe was ending with Future, and I was telling people, look, you don't want your favorite show to go on forever. That's how you end up with fucking SpongeBob and, Fairly Odd Parents and The Simpsons. You do not want that to happen to your favorite thing. Trust me.
A Talking Movie Bubbles B6 sent a super chat. It's Street Rules sigh.
What is that a reference to? It sounds like I should know that, but I'm drawing a blank. Oh, the Dark Crystal show did come out? I thought it got canceled completely. And Family Guy. Family Guy maybe should have just stayed dead after the second time it got canceled. Maybe even the first. It started out funny, and now it's just awful. It's like they're trying to get canceled, and Fox just won't cancel them. You know, like, they do, like, the most wild, disgusting shit, and they still can't get the show canceled. It's amazing.
At Hikaru9624 sent a super chat. Just did shopping, now to cycle 5 miles back home. Got 2 bottles of Kool-Aid so I can finally see what the crack is about it. Look forward to hearing your rambling as I head home.
Oh, biking 5 miles casually, make the rest of us look bad, Actually, speaking of, like, trying drinks, I was in like, the foreign section of the grocery store the other day, and I saw Iron Brew, and I almost bought it. We were just talking about Iron Brew the other day in, like, my Discord or on stream or something, and I was just like, oh my god, Iron Brew. Because there's a little tiny British section, of course, in the grocery store that has, like, digestive biscuits and Jaffa cakes and other shit like that. Yeah, the voice from Marge sounds like she should already retired 10 years ago. I'm surprised they're not just using AI of the actors at this point, to be honest. You know they're gonna. Even after all those actors die, they're gonna use AI and just keep the show going. Iron Brew is this Scottish soda, and it's orange, but it doesn't taste like orange soda. It tastes more like cream soda, but with lemon in it. It's really strange, but it's unique to Scotland. And I did try it when I was over there. That's what we had been talking about. It's like, you'd think it would taste like orange soda, but it doesn't. That's the weird part. I don't think I'm at the point of doing Trizit reacts, on this channel yet. Oh, you're telling me to react to a video? What the fuck are you setting me? I always have to vet what Kaiser sends me. No, just the soup meme, of course. We all know the
Hello?
soup meme.
Hey, what's up? I need your help. Can you come here? I can't. I'm buying clothes. All right, well, hurry up and come over here. I can't find them. What do you mean you can't find them? I can't find them. There's only soup. What do you mean there's only soup? It means there's only soup. Well, then get out of the soup aisle. All right, you don't have to shout at me. There's more soup! What do you mean there's more soup? There's just more soup! Go into the next aisle! There's still soup! Where are you right now? I'm at soup! What do you mean you're at soup? I mean I'm at soup! What store are you in? I'm at the soup store! Why are you buying clothes at the soup store? Fuck you!
Yeah. Best meme ever. It's an older meme, sir, but it checks out. That will always be funny. Because it just epitomizes, like, those kind of frustrating phone calls you have with people, where you're trying to walk them through something, and you can't see what they're doing or what they're looking at. You know? It just captures that energy so well. And it's so stupid. I love it. It's only a 10-year-old meme. Wow. I do want to do, like, an ancient memes stream sometime, where I just give you guys a tour of, like, memes back when we called them image macros, and back when we had You're the Man Now Dog, and all that sort of shit. In fact, you can put things in the suggestions in my Discord server if you can think of any really old memes. Like, I'd be showing you guys Hamster Dance.
A
Shit like
Jumping Walrus 6744 sent a super chat. Legendary meme.
Yes. Indeed. Troubleshooting at the soup store, yeah. Ancient memes. I will open the ancient Ark of the Covenant and show you guys the ancient memes that we had back in the day before we even called them memes. Proto-memes, if you will. When did we start calling them memes anyway? I know it comes from memetics, which is a real word, but...
A Talking Movie Bubbles B6 sent a super chat. Sal.
SAO. I fucking hate SAO. I will always hate SAO. I'm sorry. But SAO Abridged will always be the funniest shit. Badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom. Is Weeble stuff really, like, do people, like, not know Weeble stuff these days? That would make me very sad. But yeah, we're gonna have to watch all the oldest memes. It's like...
Ironic 111 sent a super chat. I got one. All your base.
That is certainly an ancient meme. All your base are belong to us, yes. Kaiser just said it. Can I has flavor? Does I have flavor? Can I has cheeseburger? Talk about something that's really dated. Yet I still reference it. Well, yeah, Richard Dawkins either coined the term memetics or popularized it.
A Talking Movie Bubbles B6 sent a super chat. I'm talking about Sal.
Okay. Oh, SAO has a good bloopers for the English dub. That's pretty. I like when they release stuff like that. You know, I love when people release blooper reels and stuff like that. It's always fun. I have exactly one blooper reel up on my channel because I've only done one scripted video. I suppose you could call me just talking on stream to be a blooper. This is Sparta! I don't think I've ever even seen 300. Almost said 3,000. I don't think I've ever seen 300. It was a fucking meme for a while, that's for goddamn sure. Narwhals. Yeah, I guess Weeble stuff will definitely have to be, I gotta get your terrible posture right there, Quinn. Quinn the Trash Witch. But you gotta remember how hard it must be to, as an anime dub voice actor, you're also trying to match the mouth movements of the character in time, too. So it's not just saying the line, it's you gotta match the animation, which is hard, you know?
At Jehudi9910 sent a super chat. I'm a fearing my laser became my hyperfixation when I found it.
I'm a firing my laser. That's another fucking old one. Jesus Christ. Why so serious? The Christopher Nolan movies are fucking old by now, too, aren't they? The Christopher Nolan Batmans. I've fallen and I can't get up. I guess you could consider that a pre-internet meme. Actually. Everybody referenced that. It was like a commercial for, like, Life Alert or something, you know, for, like, old people. And it just had a lady on the floor going, I've fallen and I can't get up! And for whatever reason, that became, like, a fucking catchphrase. That was, like, an IRL meme before the internet, yeah. Dark Knight's gonna be 20 in 2 years? God fucking damn it! What is time? Where's the beef? Another pre-internet meme. Yes.
At Ed Stevens 5542 sent a super chat. You could have them sit on their pet mimic.
That's okay. I could do that. I could draw the mimic
At the
there.
Master Clockwork sent a super chat. I tried to watch a couple and videos, but damn. He's such a nasty salty bick. You can't be that crude and pompous and also be wrong.
Well, he manages, but don't forget, he's the one who educates other people. He doesn't have anything to learn from anyone else, and he's always correct, so, and I'm just a terrible person for not listening to him, even though I had to teach him to use the YouTube editor so he could take the pony pegging out of one of his streams, but that's, you know, besides my cake is a lie. Do you think the Macarena could be considered a pre-internet meme? You know? If we're gonna define this. And it does kind of fuck with my head that there are people who, in this world, who don't know the world without the internet. Despite how very online I am, and what a technocrat I am, it's kind of like... It's weird. Is religion a meme? Well, kind of, if you go by the actual definition of memetics. I mean, memetics has an actual definition. I mean, how we use it to say meme is what it is, but... Memetics is the study of how ideas spread, basically. Harlem Shake. I mean, to me, that one's recent. That's not ancient, that's recent. Ancient memes, I'm talking, like, early 2000s. You know? Yeah, Macarena was a pre-internet meme. For real. It was your pre-internet soundbite. I mean, trends come and go faster than ever these days, so it's kind of interesting to look back at things even from like 10 fucking years ago, you know? About the dancing baby. I don't know if anyone ever proved that was real. I think it was even before GIFs were a thing, people were claiming they saw the dancing baby on random websites.
At Scoonie the 2 Indie sent a super chat. Todd in the Shadows has a good breakdown of the Macarena craze.
I mean, I bet he does. He's good at that sort of thing, but I might have to seek out that video, because it would be kind of fun to look back on why the fuck we were all obsessed with that. You know? It's GIF. It'll always be GIF. I don't care if the guy who invented it says GIF. It'll always be GIF. He can go fuck himself. Yeah, there was a dancing baby GIF that people would swear they saw on random websites and they thought it was a virus. We just find the actual GIF. And I think it was always full of shit. God, I just want the fucking GIF webpage. Jesus Christ. Here we go. This was the dancing baby. And people would swear they saw it randomly on websites. Like, people were saying, oh, it's like a virus that's infected the internet, and it appears in random places. I think it was just people putting it on their website as a joke. But, yeah, this is like one of the earliest memes in the world. I mean, as far as GUI... As far as the days of GUI OSs and AOL goes, this was one of the earliest memes. I'm sure memes existed on Usenet too, but I couldn't tell you much about that. I was too young. Yeah, Rickrolling is a meme, and people still do it to this day. A good Rickroll is always one you do it sparingly, and when people least expect it is when you get a good Rickroll in. I don't think hexadecimal's a meme, but she should be. Yeah, emoticons developed on Usenet. I think Ally McBeal did reference the dancing baby, but it comes from way before that. Translating 3D faces to 2D drawing is not always easy, though. I will say. Chop out the side of the screenshot here. Megabyte. Yeah, remember when megabytes were a thing? Hello, kitty boy. What do you want to know? Finnegan's been doing this strange thing for a while now where I have to pet him so he can eat his food. Yeah, Ally McBeal, the bimbo lawyer. Actually, I did used to watch a bit of that show. Lucy Liu was on that show, believe it or not. I think it was, like, one of her early, like, significant roles. Oops, wrong layer. Damn it. I'm not gonna play whatever song you just sent me, Kaiser, because I don't want to get, like, copyright struck. Speaking of, or demonetized, rather, I had to take Flogging Molly off the music list.
Jasmine305 sent a super chat. The G in GIF literally stands for graphics. I will never pronounce it GIF.
Yeah, you don't say graphics, do you, stupid? But, no, I had to take Flogging Molly off the stream music list, because now they're no longer revenue sharing, and I was getting demonetized for playing Flogging Molly music, so I was like, oh, god damn it. Come on! But I still have it on the Spotify, version of the playlist, so you can have that. What's Hexadecimal's theme? I don't know if I'll get dinged for that, though. This isn't Reboot coming back soon. Somebody owns the rights. You never know. You can get dinged for the wildest shit. Hell, I got dinged for, like, a fucking, like, some Russian remix artist stealing Akira Yamaoka's music and then, like, copyright striking me for it. Not copyright striking, but dinging my video for it. Yeah, so no more Flogging Molly until they turn fucking, revenue sharing back on, I guess. If they ever do. Now, it's mostly still indie music on the playlist, but if you do like my playlist, I do have, it on Spotify. So, let's go to my Tumblr, scribbles.tumblr.com, and look at the pinned post, and you can find the Spotify list. Yeah, speaking of live-action Nami with glasses is your type now. Speaking of it, yeah, I have heard that One Piece live-action is, like, the only good live-action, for whatever reason. Probably because Oda is very involved. I have no faith in this fucking Samurai Champloo live-action. Like, why even make it? What's the point? I don't get it. They're not gonna understand the show. And they're probably gonna, like, just not even hire any Japanese people to play the leads, you know? They'll hire other kinds of Asians, if anybody. Probably. Yeah, because what does it matter? As long as they're Asian, it's fine, right? It's all the same. Like when they hired all those Chinese people for Memoirs of a Geisha. That was a bit controversial. No, I've heard a lot of people like the live-action One Piece. I'm not into One Piece. I don't think I'll ever be into One Piece. Sorry. But, I don't know what the fuck Bridgerton is. Walmart had some weird, promotion for it, though, with some spices a friend of mine wanted, but apparently the promotion was over.
At Scooney the 2 Indie sent a super chat. Emily Rudd, the English VA for Marcel Lindanjanmeshi, plays Nami in the live-action One Piece. She's really good.
No, I knew that, and I was, like, impressed with her as Marcel, because I don't think she had done voice acting before. And she's really good as Marcel, so... I mostly watched Dunmeshi dubbed. I don't think you're missing much, watching it dubbed. As opposed to subbed. I switched between the two a couple of times just to see the difference. But it's a really good dub, so I don't mind. I don't mind watching it dubbed. There's a few anime I will just watch dubbed these days. I'm not as much of a sub purist as I used to be. Probably because dubs are actually fucking decent now. They're actually, like, pretty good. Like, all these kids that are sub-only these days, it's like, okay, you don't fucking know, alright? You don't fucking know what we went through. You don't know what we had to put up with. I would scour the fucking bottom shelf of the video store for subtitled VHS tapes of anime that cost $10 more. Yeah, but really, there's very few dubs from the 90s I would call good. Like, the Dragon Half dub, Cowboy Bebop dub, can I even think of any more? The dub for Lane is okay, it's watchable at least. I wouldn't call it good, though. Now, the Ghost in the Shell film dub is pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Especially Makoto's voice, unfortunately, she's just not good. I'll watch that one in Japanese. Like, I'll only watch Utena in Japanese as well, you know? And the Slayers, I'll only watch the Slayers in Japanese. Well, I've definitely warmed up to localization more lately. I watched, actually, I'll just show the video on screen, because I highly, highly, highly recommend it. So I used to be one of those, no, they have to translate everything exactly as it is in Japanese, but that's pretty unfeasible. No, I'll watch Samurai Champloo in English. Or Japanese. I'll watch it in either. The English dub's pretty good, but that's not a 90s dub. Champloo is from the early to mid-2000s. But yeah, this video, Japanese BoJack Horseman Understanding Adaptation by Sarah Moon. This video basically turned me around on localization and what localizers do and what they have to do to make something work in another language. And she uses BoJack Horseman in Japanese as her example, because that is pretty much the most American thing you would have to fucking translate to Japanese. So, she does a really good breakdown of how they change a few jokes to make the puns work better, or make a better joke in Japanese that's in the same spirit as what was said in English and stuff like that. So, yeah, this is an excellent, excellent, excellent video if you want a real breakdown of what localizers actually do as their job, you know? So, really kind of turned me around on that. But yeah, English dubs used to just be fucking garbage, and they just bad acting, bad everything. Yeah, BoJack's my favorite anime. I do love BoJack Horseman. It's like, just wait till one of these fuckers has a bad take on BoJack. I've said it before, like, the fucking Helliverse hatedom gets mad at me when I say the Helliverse and BoJack have the exact same fucking tone, because they fucking do. They're like, no, BoJack is, like, super serious. It's like, okay, you haven't actually watched it. You've only watched, like fucking video essays on, like, the most emotional parts of it. You haven't watched the actual fucking show, have you? Because, yeah, when it's not being serious, it's nothing but, like dialogue-based humor and Looney Tunes shit happening, which is exactly like fucking the Helliverse. When the characters aren't being serious and emotional, it's just Looney Tunes shit. With swearing. An entire book about the localization process for Undertale going from English to Japanese. It's so fascinating. Yeah, and like the Undertale in Japanese has jokes that aren't in English that work for Japanese. I mentioned that, I think, in my video edit of Lily Orchard misunderstanding anime, where I said there's a really funny bit in the Japanese where Papyrus calls himself Ore-sama, which is an extremely, like, self-congratulatory and arrogant way to refer to yourself. Because there's like a million different ways to say I as in myself in Japanese, like watashi, atashi, boku, ore, you know, stuff like that. And just using your own names, things like that. So that fits in line with him calling himself the Great Papyrus. So that's how they had to localize that. So, you know, it's the same spirit in a different language. Oh yeah, true. The OG Trigun dub is also pretty good. Every once in a while there was a good dub back then, you know? It wasn't all bad. It wasn't all bad. But a lot of it was bad. A lot of it was really bad, like extremely bad. I'm too old to have nostalgia for 4Kids. I do remember when Fox Kids tried to make Esclaflowne a kids show for their lineup, though. That was interesting. That was certainly a choice. Oh god. I also remember when the Sci-Fi Channel used to show Akira. They used to do that all the time. That's where a lot of people saw it for the first time. And I remember the old Akira dub. Now, see, that's an old dub I have nostalgia for, is the original Akira dub. Some of those lines are burned into my memory.
Heart 520 sent a super chat. I like to watch anime in Latin Spanish dub, especially the 90s ones, cause they were a little more faithful, but there was a fair share of bad acting too.
Oh yeah, I know, because, well, and anime is, like, huge in LatAm, so, yeah, it makes sense you guys have kind of a similar history as us in America when it comes to dubs and things like that. Yeah, I don't think I saw any 4Kids era anime. I did used to tape the Pokemon anime for my brother. So I did see some of that when I was just watching back the videotapes, making sure it came out alright. But, tried to make One Piece a kid show because they put it in as a package deal with card captors as a joke. Because they didn't want 4Kids to get card captors. Oh, why did they think that would work? I don't know. One Piece was still, like, pretty big back then, right? Probably not as big as it is now, but it was still pretty fucking big back then. I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, to the Japanese, fucking One Piece is appropriate for kids, but we're, like, so stringent over here to the point of ridiculousness, and it's always, like, anime always gets held to... I just noticed their hair does the magical, side-changing thing in 3D. That's pretty impressive. I mean, not quite, but... yeah. Nothing beats a good jelly donut! That's one thing I never understood about old dubs, though, is, like, why are you trying to, like... why are you cutting out any other culture in the world? Like, do you think American kids are too stupid to know other countries exist? This is how we end up with adults who don't understand that other countries exist outside of, like, the stereotypes they know in America, you know? It's ridiculous. Gee, how does the 2D art do their hair? Not anywhere as cool as the model. I like the model so much better than the official art. This is the thing. Yeah, can't even have a character smoke a cigarette in a children's thing anymore. That used to not be true. Man, I miss the 80s and 90s. We got traumatized by our children's media, and that's the way we liked it. Not that there wasn't, like, over-the-top censorship back then, too. I was talking about, like, how... like, parents would write in and complain, and the Ninja Turtles couldn't even use their ninja weapons anymore. They had to use anything but to fight in the show. And how, like, all the puritanical Zoomers these days would be those people back then. If they were just born a couple of decades earlier. Yeah, why did they even try to convince us that fucking Cardcaptor Sakura takes place in fucking America? Wait, I have a comic for this. Let me find it. Perfect. Yeah. I might have shown this on stream before, but I love Awkward Zombie. I've been following her work since her DeviantArt days. This is a Phoenix Wright comic. It's like, ah, Los Angeles. Truly, the greatest city in these United States of America. I, for one, am proud to live in a country with as rich a history and culture as ours. Something about this seems off. Ha ha, don't be ridiculous, Apollo. Now come, and let's all enjoy the traditional American meal around a traditional American kotatsu. He's just glaring at him, and he's eating sushi saying, eat your hamburgers, Apollo.
At SwordHeart520 sent a super chat. I watch Looney Tunes in 2000s and they smoke cigar.
Well, Looney Tunes wasn't made for kids, though. Looney Tunes was made to be shorts that would show before movies in a movie theater. So they'd show a newsreel, and then they'd show a cartoon, and then they'd show the movie. And that's how Looney Tunes worked, you know? So it wasn't on television. You would only, like, before there were home video and stuff, and them airing on TV, you'd only see those cartoons in a movie theater. Isn't it interesting how things evolve like that? But yeah, that's one of my favorite Awkward Zombie comics.
At Jehudi9910 sent a super chat. The Puritans keep calling Hayao Miyazaki a pervert. I'm sick of it.
Ow! Of all the fucking Japanese, like, creators accused of being a pervert, how is Hayao Miyazaki one. Are they stupid?
At Miss Jasmine 305 sent a super chat. The jelly donut thing actually did get me LMAO. I didn't know what a rice ball was until I started reading manga in 5th grade. Upside down face emoji.
No, I mean, yeah, but, like, they must have looked weird on screen to you, though, right? You know? I imagine. Like I said, I've said before, I have a distinct memory of one of the dubs of the Dragon Ball Z movies, and it was either Tree of Might, or maybe it was Lord Slug. It was something. But Chi-Chi's, like, worrying about where Goku and Gohan is, and she's, like, saying, "That meatloaf is almost ready!" And then it cuts to, like, a fucking rice cooker, like, boiling, and I'm like, even as a tiny white American child, I was like, how the fuck is she making meatloaf in a rice cooker? You know?
At Dino Nuggy 22 sent a super chat. Finally, I can listen to the stream. People be bugging me too much. How are things?
Things are pretty good. I'm drawing Potionomics characters, or at least trying to, and we're just talking. We're just yapping. Talk about anime dub censorship right now. But again, like, especially with that line, like, they went out of their way to, like, Americanize the food. When she could have said dinner's almost ready. Like, why did you do that? Why did you have to do that? You know? Yeah, he tapped.
Hikaru9624 sent a super chat. We had our bone-hurting food, our bone-hurt juice, and our bone-hurting cartoons, and we liked it.
That's right. We walked 15 miles in the snow, uphill, both ways, just to watch our Saturday morning cartoons. Obviously. It was Triomite. Okay, I was right. It was Triomite. Alright, I'm gonna have to track that down sometime, because I swear that fucking scene exists, and it's lived rent-free in my head for years. Like, why couldn't you just say, like, dinner's almost... Why did you have to say it was meatloaf, when it was clearly a fucking rice cooker? Like, what is wrong with these people? And again, we disrespect Asian culture so much even today. We just, you know... You got localizers like fucking Jello Apocalypse doing what people did in the 90s, where they would just do a chop job of an anime and change the plot and change all the names because they think they know better than the source material. I always hate that shit. I hate anybody who makes an adaptation or a translation and thinks they know better than the original. It's like, shut the fuck up. Just do your job, you know?
Adbalonic111 sent a super chat. I remember that Pokemon episode as a kid. I was like, you can't fool me, those aren't donuts.
The other one I always bring up, like, The Last Unicorn is one of the first movies I can ever remember watching, and I was obsessed with it as a kid. I really liked it. There's one scene that always fucking confused me. As a kid, I had no idea it was an American-Japanese production. So, here we have this dragon. They told the Japanese animators to draw a dragon, and then they drew an Asian-style dragon, and it was the first time I had ever seen one. And I was like, what is going on? Why does it look like that? Why does it look weird? You know, it was always confusing me. Yeah.
At Super Easy Walker sent a super chat. Talk about an uphill battle to watch anime back in the day slash
It kind of was, though. We kind of just uncritically watched anything we could get our hands on back then, whether it was good or not, you know? Just like any VHS, any fan sub, anything you get your hands on. I actually had physical fan subs that people made with their own fucking VCRs. You know? It was so hard. And now you have simulcast. You got episodes like coming out translated the same fucking day they air in Japan. You guys are spoiled as fuck.
At Miss Jasmine 305 sent a super chat. Sigh, you overestimate my intelligence as a child. I genuinely thought the rice ball was a donut. Legit never looked weird to me at all. Crying face emoji.
Had you never seen a donut either? I mean, that could explain it. Well, everyone pointed and laughed at how dumb Jasmine's child self was. No, I just never understood why they wanted to hide, like, foreign food and foreign culture of these dubs so badly. Like, what was even the point of doing that? You know, wouldn't a kid be like, oh, cool, this takes place in a faraway land I've never heard of before, called Japan. Let's see what this is about. You know? You thought it was a fantasy donut? A bunch of little kids sitting there like, oh, that's a shitty-looking donut. Fuck.
At the Master Clockwork sent a super chat, a little humble brag, but I had a friend with family in Hong Kong, who got sent regular anime bootleg VHS.
Lucky ass. Oh yeah, bootlegs were a big fucking thing back then too. I used to have all of the Sailor Moon movies on a series of bootleg DVDs I got in Chinatown one time. Sue me. Sometimes Chinatown bootlegs were the only way to get certain anime, too. You know? But there were, like, anime stores. Like, there were stores dedicated to anime shit back in the day. Like, really, the early 2000s was the biggest anime boom. It's kind of mainstream now. It's kind of settled down. There was, like, a gold rush for anime back in the day. For anime and manga. It was a little nuts. No, easy access to media is good, but it's just kind of like, it's like, respect your elders, what we had to go through just to fucking watch, anime. If you have a question, Seth, you can just ask a question. I'll probably see it in the chat. Yeah, America! Oh, there is a Gundam store? Yeah, but there used to even be, like, an anime store in my city that just did nothing but, like, anime figures and anime DVDs and anime VHS. I think they even had laser discs, because it was, like, 2003. Yeah, it was crazy for a while. What up, people? I am probably wrapping up in, like, 20 minutes. This is kind of just a yappy, dry stream. I'm trying to learn to draw Potionomics characters. Because I've been really into the game ever since I streamed it 3 days ago. And I can't stop playing. I'm probably gonna play it again later tonight and try to beat the main campaign. Yeah, I mean, in some ways it's good, in some ways it isn't good. I think the anime companies still don't make as much as they could be making, but, you know...
At Puntdom sent a super chat, my mom raised me on the classics, one being Sailor Moon. She had to explain to me one day, that no, those were not cousin kissings.
It's always so funny. Like, they were like, oh, we'll just disguise that they're lesbians by making them cousins to explain their closeness, and then every American kid watching the dub was like, why are these cousins fucking each other? Like, you know? I don't know. I remember one time, like, they entered some kind of couples contest, and they had to quickly put in a line as, oh, they must have entered it as a joke! Obviously, a joke! Yes! Well, that's because I said in the dub that they were cousins. That's why. They're not. They just, for whatever reason, thought that that would be the best way to disguise them being lesbians. I don't know what went through their head. Like, you could have just cut around, like, scenes of them kissing like you did. They did do that. So, like, it's just because they held hands sometimes? Why did you even have to remark on it? You know? Like, I don't get it. I think that's probably more for the parents, actually. It's probably more for the parents. So no one would write in saying, you can't corrupt my children with this homo agenda! You know? So they didn't want any of that, probably. Do you think people are hostile about gay characters being present in shows aimed at families and children now? It was pretty much worse back then. Oh, there was that crazy guy who was always saying, like, Batman and Robin are gay together and are promoting homosexuality. Like, he's constantly... I think that's where the ambiguously gay duo joke came from. You kiss your cousin on the mouth? Did Sailor Moon Abridged get that far? It could have been just them trying to, like, cover up that they're gay by saying they're cousins. That could be a funny joke. Yeah, the SNL shorts, the fun with real, well, it's the fun with real audio guy. They weren't real audio, but yeah, the SNL shorts, the ambiguously gay duo. Yeah. I think that's where that joke came from. Because of that one guy, he was, like, obsessed with them, calling them gay. Tipper Gore and Jack Thompson, yep. Moralizing about cartoons, the same way the Zoomers do today. They don't even know that they're the evolution of the fucking religious right media watchdogs of the fucking 90s. It's really fascinating and frustrating.
At Dio MKV sent a super chat. I had a scratched fan-duped Chrono Crusade CD as a kid. Only like 5 minutes total of the entire CD work. Probably for the best.
Yeah. Local disc replay has a statue figure. How much do you think they want for it? Well, a statue figure of what? Some figures go for like fucking hundreds of dollars, maybe even thousands.
At Dio MKV sent a super chat. Fend-Up was so big and iconic in Russia even 5 years ago the distributors are still at war with them.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. That's just my guess. I don't even know what it looks like. Or when it was made. You also gotta remember there's latency between the chat and the stream there, Seth, so you're gonna hear my answer a little later than you ask it. I can't get your hair right, Quinn! If you washed it once in a while, I have seen people do, like, parody videos of if so-and-so anime was dubbed by 4Kids, and it's pretty funny. I saw somebody do one for Full Metal Alchemist. I was dying. I was gonna say, did I make their head too big? But probably not. You got a big old bobblehead there. I keep shaving down the chin, though. Yeah, Jaden, when it comes out the 20th? The new TADC episode, so I will have, a discussion stream on the 21st. That's Saturday. So, you guys can look forward to that. Like I said, a figure like that would probably be like $800, Seth, is my guess. The least, the minimum. I don't know, I was kind of thinking of selling off some of my makeshift, TADC toys. I don't maybe see what they're worth, because I don't make the makeshift ones anymore. The new ones are smaller, and Jax is kind of taking up a lot of space. But, I guess we'll see. Easiest TADC character to draw? I mean, for me, it's usually Pobney. I don't find drawing her to be too difficult. Who have I drawn, though? I've drawn a few of them for Cougar. I don't think I've ever drawn Ragatha. No, I have drawn Ragatha. I drew Ragatha for a comic once. That's right. I did. I don't think I ever drew Gangle or Zooble. Just Ragatha, Pomni, Kane. Did I ever draw Jax? I don't think I ever drew Jax, actually. No, I did, for, like, one ending stinger joke. I drew Jax for Cougar. I don't know. It's not something I really make fan art of. Like, I just fucking love these character designs, which is why I was kind of like, I kind of want to do Potionomics fan art. And I'm probably going to start blocking out my next comic pages, because I've kind of got my thumbnails a bit squared away. I don't know. No, for the makeshift ones, I only have Pomni, Kinger, and Jax. Those are the 3 I have. Oh, so it was like, I did say the top price I would say for that is 2,000, so yeah. Not surprised at all. Like, a really good collectible statue can cost a lot of money. You'd be surprised what people are willing to pay for collectibles. My parents were in the business when I was younger, so... Mangle is a... Isn't Mangle from the Freddies? No. Mangle would be a combination of Cade and Gangle. Why would we do that? Well, that's another thing I've been kind of thinking about when it comes to Digital Circus. What if they're all, like, reincarnations of the people who got abstracted? Like, you know, Kaufmo gets abstracted the same day Pomni shows up? Are they recycled, maybe? I don't know. It's kind of like, I don't know. So, but... It doesn't seem like it seems like though if somebody always showed up the same day someone was extracted, they would have noticed that pattern, maybe. But, who knows? I think I need to make your chin a little smaller. Oh, that Oh My Goddess figure must be worth a lot! I have read quite a bit of Oh My Goddess. I was actually pretty into it, years ago. I learned a lot from the artwork. Also, seeing his art, like, improve over the course of that manga is kind of insane. Though I don't really like how it ended up toward the end. Like, the middle of Amigami-sama is, like, my favorite, art from the creator. What's his name? Suke something. I forget, but I learned a lot about drawing hair from him. But yeah, like toward the end, like, Belle Dandy starts looking kind of like dead-eyed, and I don't know, it's like but like the middle section of the manga is the best. Actually, let me just find some Oh My Goddess manga art. Does show what happens when you draw every day. Actually, yeah, let's compare. Let's compare the different eras of it. So, like, oops, that's really. So that's how it started. That's about where his art started at, and this is how it's going. This is like the most recent one toward the end. So that's where his art ended up. And again, this looks kind of soulless to me, though. Like, the eyes are just kind of empty. Like, yeah, that's the one that came up all crummy. So, like, my favorite era is kind of toward the middle when it comes to his art. Kind of toward the middle of the run of the series. You can even see this has a little bit more life to it. Let's find some of the splash art, maybe. A lot of the anime. I want the actual, like, fucking manga. There's one picture from the manga art's really fucking good. Like, it's really fucking good. I think that's Erd's mom. It's been a while since I've read it, to be honest. But yeah, there's like, toward, like, the middle of the run of the series. Damn it, why does it always do that? It always brings up, like, a crummy, low-res version. Oh, somebody drew that. Okay, never mind. Somebody copied that. That's not his art. Just find fucking manga panels. Yeah, this is from like the first volumes. This shows how much you can improve over the years. This is one of the very first volumes. This is where his art was at when he started the manga. And then yeah, this is where we ended up. So, yeah, this is about the middle time.
22 sent a super chat. I'm prepared to be Kane's very match 20th role.
I don't think Kane is the bad guy. I really don't. We'll find out where it's going. I think we're gonna get a lot of, information. Like, I don't think anyone's fucking theories are gonna get... Like, all the theorizing, I think, has been very counterproductive, but... Yeah, this is like... Oh my god, this is also, like, the slowest bird romance you've ever, like, read in your fucking life. It takes, like, 5 years for the two main characters to even hold hands, but yeah, I love how he draws hair. I really like how he draws hair. I learned a lot from that, so, but yeah, it's very sappy, but can also be very funny, but yeah, I read a lot of Oh My Goddess back in the day. But, man, look at that art, come on, you got so good, but like I said, toward the end, it was kind of soulless and kind of just technical and kind of like, I want to get this over with, unfortunately. But, back to my less good art, yeah. I am going to be wrapping up soon. I think I did Quinn pretty okay, so I'm just kind of getting a handle on the character. I didn't even get around to drawing Sylvia yet. And like I said before, I am going to color these, finish coloring these.
Hikaru9624 sent a super chat. Just landed home tax.
God damn, you're fast, but I'm also wrapping up now. So you did actually listen to my stream for your entire bike ride. Isn't that cool? So, yes. Oh, now we're talking about everyone's expensive fucking figures they have, yeah. I don't really have any, like, big statues. I have I have Ezio Auditore de Firenze up here. From the Assassin's
Epping
Creed
Master Clockwork sent a super chat.
Special
Everyone should be prepared for a bait and switch.
Well, I think the bait and switch was episode 7, so I'm not sure what episode 8's gonna be, but like I've said, my faith in the show has been somewhat restored, that it's actually going to amount to something. So, we'll be talking about it a week after next, at least. Yeah, hair is just a flowing mass. If you can figure out how hair flows. I also have a Morden Mass Effect 3 figure up here that I think I got when they were being cleared out of the old BioWare store, and I got it for like $70. It was expensive as fuck before, so I'm happy with that one. So yeah, I lied. I have 2 statues, and I have a Skull Kid that was like a, I don't know, pre-order gift for some Zelda game. I just bought the statue because I can. So, I don't know if my little Sans figure counts as a statue or not, but I have him too. Anyway, so I'm probably gonna wrap up for now. This was a short stream this week. I'll probably do another Helliverse Hate'em stream or something next week. I just didn't feel like a big react this week. Friday we're doing Ordinary Sausage. Probably we'll do some more video games this weekend, or early next week, we'll see. I might have you guys vote on something this time. I just wanted to play Potionomics, and now I'm fucking hooked on it, so, yeah. Oh, they're never gonna get out of the circus in TADC. They're never gonna get out of the circus. That's my main prediction. We're never gonna see the real world, they're never leaving the circus. That is the only thing I will predict with confidence. So, but yes, Ordinary Sausage will be fun. We'll all be cringing at the recipes, and then I'll make you guys cringe with stuff I'd actually fucking try. So, that's the plan for that one. So thank you for joining me, even though this was a short one. I got some drawing done, and hopefully I'll have this artwork up for you guys before next week. I have to stop being lazy. Once I beat the fucking main campaign of Potionomics, I won't have it drawing all my attention anymore. So anyway, I'll catch you guys Friday. See you then.